Okay, we get a lot of calls from people saying that their slot machine, their mill slot machine, won't pay out when they hit a payout. So let me try to go through some of the things that can cause that because it's a very common call we get. First of all, you have to understand that when the quarter comes through the machine, it it passes through the escalator and then drops down from the escalator through this chute thing and goes into the coin tube right here. And that's your payout tube. Now, the only way the coins can get into that tube is when you pull the arm, this lever here backs up and the coins fall into the tube. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have coins in the tube. And if you have coins in the tube, that's the first thing you got to have before it's going to pay out. If that tube is empty, of course, it's not going to pay out. So just to make sure, we can manually load some coins into the tube, and I'll show you how to do that. What you want to do, let me put this on a tripod so I can show you. What you want to do is put a quarter into your machine. So I'm going to put a quarter in. All right, we got the quarter in. And then pull the arm till it's down about halfway. And you should see that rod retract over the coin tube when we pull the arm. So I'm going to pull the arm about halfway and see the rod come back. Now we're going to leave the arm in that position. It's about halfway down right now, which means the coin tube is open for inserting quarters. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually load some quarters into the coin tube so that we can see if we can, if that might be the problem, why the thing's not paying out. To do that, you got to get right in here, just put some quarters in there, and they'll go right down the tube. Literally go down the tube. See, I'm going to put another quarter in here. And then we're just manually filling the tube right now. So I'm going to put about 10 quarters in that tube. Remember, the handle is still pulled halfway. There's another one. There's another one. And the reason the quarters will go in there is because that arm is pulled back and the tube is open. So we're just going to drop some more quarters in there. Just show you how it's done. It's hard to do holding the camera with one hand and putting the quarter in with the other, but I think I can do it. I'm just going to put the quarter right. Yeah, that doesn't, you can't see what I'm doing. All right, but I'm actually dropping the quarter right into this, underneath this cotter pin, right into this receiver. Then they go right down and flop into the tube there. So I'm actually slipping them right underneath this cotter pin here, right into this receiver thing. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on the tripod. I'll put about 10 more coins in there. Okay, so just keep dropping them in. There goes another one, another one. So now you have manually loaded the coin tube, so you know there's coins in there to pay out. So we'll finish the cycle. All right, now what you can do is you can check the payout by manually setting the machine to win. And what we're going to do, I'm going to turn the machine sideways so you can see how I do this. I'm going to take a screwdriver and I'm going to take the screwdriver and I'm going to put it right here in the fan. And that's to keep the machine from cycling after I pull the arm down. So be very careful. You see how the fan is in there. You don't want the fan, you're trying to put something in there so the fan won't spin. So put a screwdriver in there. And then I'm going to put a quarter in the machine. And I'm going to pull the handle down. and you'll see that because the clock isn't running, because the screwdriver is holding that fan, the reels just free spin. Okay, now I'm going to set the reels so that we get 2 cherries. So I'm put my hand back there, and I'm turning the reels by hand until I have 2 cherries across the top. Put them just a little bit above the arrow. They can't be right on the arrow or below the arrow. So now we have 2 cherries. I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to pull the screwdriver out. And the fan's going to run. The cherries lock in, and it paid out 5/4. That's how you check the payout. So that's the first thing you want to do when you have payout problems. And if you find out that because of manually loading the quarters, the payout works fine, then all you got to do is probably figure out why the quarters aren't going in the tube when you run them through the machine. And it's probably because this guy right here is pushed back towards you, towards the back or the front. Anyways, it's not lined up, so when the quarters come out of the escalator, they fall into that chute and go down into the tube. If you don't have this chute lined up properly, the quarters are going to miss the chute and they're going to miss the tube. So that's the first thing to check. And there's a couple of screws here, right here, that you can loosen and adjust that. Or the way I like to adjust it is, all I do is I take a big screwdriver, all right, and I put it down in there, like so, and I just rock that thing back or forward until it lines up with the coins coming out of the escalator. That's all there is to it. Try that. That's going to fix most of your problems with payouts. If that doesn't work, I'll make another video for checking other things. Thank you.